So, welcome to All Powers from Within. My name is Ishwar. I help people expand their consciousness and accomplish any goal beyond their wildest dreams. Now, since the last one of the few videos in which I made reference, I just gave a technique where you mix the mirror technique with kind of flickering the NLP. And the feedback I've got is overwhelmingly positive. However, I have to bring up this question that some people are having, which they kind of take it for granted, like, they acknowledge there's the limiting beliefs in the subconscious and a million other things which might possibly be a hurdle to your manifestation, or you're even getting yourself around to be motivated enough to get it. And they just they just want to know if that technique is good enough that'll take care of the whole thing for them. Now, I want to just make reference to Wallace Wattles, one of whose masterpieces is what inspired this whole concept. Even Rhonda Byrne makes reference at the beginning of her first documentary, saying that when she was in a kind of a dire straits situation where her daughter brought the book to her, and in the 19 minutes that it took her to read it, her whole life changed. Now, in that book, there's two things I want to point out from that book, which, they are also present in kind of paraphrased in other books of Wallace Wattles. He makes it clear that, the reason some people are, well, I would say most people, we can take that for granted, especially as this message is to support and motivate those people who are unable to get around to see beyond their immediate problem, misery, whatever you want to call it. So he clarifies that there is the main trap for most people is, for the masses, even though you might have a burning desire, etc., is people become reflective to their conditions, to their appearances at that specific moment or that period of their life. And he also says that it is regardless of conditions, like he says that 2 points. One, he says anybody can think as the appearances suggest. In other case, the possible potential hardships and life conditions and situations, political, economical, whatsoever. And he says that he makes it a very, very distinct point. That is, to think truth. Truth, again, there's a massive insight being provided that the truth is, you need to go into this book to find out a lot more, but I'll just say the main point, that is, truth is there is no poverty, there is only abundance. And he also suggests that medicine as a study of health has increased disease, and economics as a study of wealth has increased poverty. But the truth is that there is only abundance. And to think by what the appearances suggest is to think as where the wind blows. You don't have your own direction or initiative. And to think regardless of appearances is to become a master of your own destiny. And that is the most laborious, the most difficult, the most toilsome and even tedious work man has been called to perform. But once you do that, you master your life. And throughout the book, in a few points, he suggests, unless your desire is strong enough that you can get over the mental slothfulness and stay steadfast to your desire, hold it in your mind throughout each and every hardship you might have, it may not be worth your while to follow the instructions given in this book. I would just make an even more clearer point. If you are aware of this, what I've just explained, and if you're aware of what your appearances or your possible hardships are, there's just one question: how bad do you want it? And that's all. You may have all the techniques in the world, but if you answer this question, you're above your hardships and struggles and getting to your destiny, even to the point where you no longer care. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Please share it with people you care about, and like and subscribe, and talk to you soon. God bless.